My name is Anna. I'm from Georgia, but I live in Austin, Texas currently. I've been in the corporate world as a marketing executive for the last 18 years. And then 3 months ago, I stepped away from my corporate job and started my own online business. So now I use high ticket sales plus automation to run a health based digital business, and I get to coach and help other people do the same. I also teach group fitness classes and yoga on the side and do a couple retreats a year.
So, how did you find out about the high ticket business?
It was actually through a good friend of mine who had been an entrepreneur for about 10 years and started this business 2 years ago. And within 2 years, made her first 100K month. And I was like, okay, I need to know more about this information.
What was your biggest win? It doesn't have to be financially, it could be financial, but what was your just the biggest takeaway that you can think of that you experienced in the last 3 months?
I didn't know life could be lived this way. I didn't know that you didn't have to be stuck in the system of graduate from college, get a day job, go into the office from 8 to 5, commute there and back, have no life other than work. And truly, finding this business opportunity has allowed me to work way less hours on my own schedule from anywhere. I can work while I'm doing a retreat if I want. I can go back home with my family. So it's just given me so much more freedom, and because of that, my stress levels have gone way down. My sleep has gone up. I just feel like the healthiest version of myself. And truly, I just didn't know this was possible. I didn't know there was any other way to live where you could actually make sustained income for yourself, creating your own lifestyle instead of living somebody else's and working to build someone else's dream.
Was it hard for you to step outside like a corporate cubicle mindset?
Yes, there was a bit of an identity crisis too. Initially, I've been a corporate marketing exec my entire life. What do I do? Not having a real job was kind of what it felt like. So, first, it was learning how to time block and kind of recreate my new normal of what my schedule was going to be like. But then, when you realize your compensation or the money you can make is not tied to the number of hours you sit at a desk, it was so much more rewarding, the work that I'm getting to do, that I look forward to it instead of dreading having to come and sit at my computer. So it feels like the work, even though I'm not working a typical schedule, I'm even more driven to do the work because it just feels so much more aligned. But there was definitely a period, probably a whole month, where I felt I don't know what I'm doing. There was a little bit of an imposter syndrome of, can I even do this? You just learn a whole new language when you start your own entrepreneurial journey. It's really a journey of personal development and self discovery. I'm still learning, but yeah, I guess I wish I would have known about this years ago, that there is another way to do life.
I said to myself, I wish I would have done this 2 years ago, but honestly, Anna, I don't know if I would have appreciated what it was 2 years ago. How old are you, by if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 40 this year.
I'm gonna be 43. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like around 40, I had that middle age awakening where I'm like, okay, my kids are growing up fast. Who am I? I needed to
Yeah.
find back to me. And when you're so busy with life, you put yourself last and you lose
Mm,
that identity. I
mm.
remember like looking in the mirror and I'm like, I don't even know who she is anymore. What does she like to do? What would she do if she had a day that she didn't have to do anything instead of just like going, going, going? So for me, this business allowed me to regulate my nervous system and figure out this next chapter is what I call it. The next chapter is going back to finding who I am and what really motivates me, putting my health first.
It's true.
So,
I relate to that 100%. I was that person too, that I was overstimulated all the time. I was undernourished and undersleeping. And that was my normal, truly. And now my kind of my tagline has been from burnout to balance, because I've been able to create
yeah.
balance in my life where your boss, the corporate America, doesn't care about you being balanced, right? They care about you being like driven and producing. Once you maybe hit 40, or it's kind of like your body, you can't get away with the same things that maybe you've been getting away with, or you just start to realize, do I want to keep doing this for the rest of my life? Life is short. And I heard a quote that really stuck with me. It might have been Bill Gates that said it. Anyways, he said most people will spend their entire life building someone else's dream because they're too afraid to spend 1 year creating and building their own. And that like really hit me hard because yeah, for 20 years I've been building someone else's dream. So it's just a perspective shift and like a paradigm shift to step out of that and start to create and build your own.
I feel like a lot of women in our age go through this. They earn the titles, they get the accolades, they have the business, they have the six-figure income, and they still feel like, what now? Or what's next? Or what about me? So
Yeah.
it was really
Is it worth
great.
it? Is it worth it?
Exactly, exactly. I was talking to somebody the other day and she's thinking about joining the high ticket business. She's like, I make really great money right now. And I said, yeah, but at what cost? I said, what is
Yes.
it costing you?
Yes.
And it's hard because sometimes it sounds harsh, but people need to hear the realness of it. When you've been there, literally watching your kids through social media. Is that what you want? Like, you wanna
Mm,
retire at 65, or do you want to travel now? Like, you have all these hopes and all these dreams. And at this age, we're looking at the clock and we're like, hold on, is this middle age or no? Because you
yeah.
retire at 65. So really your middle age is about 30. 32,
Yeah.
33 if if that's how you're gauging.
I think a big part of that too, my parents, my dad worked really hard. He was a physician, so healthy. He retired at age 65 and they had this bucket list of things they were going to do. And then he got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and they couldn't do anything. It's like really tragic that he worked his whole life and he had a good job and he saved up all this money in retirement. And then for what? I love my parents, but I don't, we're not guaranteed the future. Now is our prime time. You know, if I want to hike mountains and surf waves, like I want to do it now instead of in 25 years.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you a quick question. When was your dad diagnosed with Parkinson's?
10 years ago.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like the awakening that you had that something needs to change, or if that was one of the reasons that you decided that you were going to pivot.
That was a big, that made a change in my personal life, in my nutrition, in living a more holistic lifestyle. It kind of woke me up to everything I was putting in and on my body. So that was also part of the reason when I found this business, the product really aligned with my holistic, healthy lifestyle. But yeah, at the time, again, I grew up in a really like traditional family. It's like you keep a regular job, you have that security, you go into the office every day. So it was a little rogue for me to break out and do my own thing.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you were the first, the trailblazer.
I wish I would have done it sooner. Talking about kids and grandkids and parents, I feel like especially as women, sometimes we can be sandwiched in that gap where we're trying to take care of ourselves, we're trying to take care of our kids, we're possibly having to take care of our parents now or getting to take care of all this. And you're juggling a lot. And I see so many burnt out, overworked, just sad women that are, it's like they're not trying to, but they're like withering up because they just don't have enough capacity. And sometimes that's maybe a phase that we have to go through. But I want to live with like vibrancy, vitality. I want to be like juicy, flowy. I don't want to be one of those overworked women. And I want to help support other women to know that like they can live a life of more balance too.
Yeah. It's more than just a business. I keep saying this. I feel like I'm so repetitive, but it's more of just a business. It's a lifestyle. It's really giving
Mhm.
people their life back. It's
Yes.
transformation. It's all the things. I
Yes.
traveled this year. This will be in December, will be my 12th trip.
In
Like,
1 year.
in 1 year. And
Yeah.
some with my family, some I did workcations where I will go take a flight, stay at a beautiful luxe hotel, wake up, do my meditation, do all the fun things, work. And I was able to do that. Do you
Mhm.
think that if I was in a 9 to 5, if I was requesting off, what, for 12 vacations, what they
Yeah.
would say, I'm unemployable. Like, there's like no, they would laugh at me. But I love this life and it's attainable. There's people that don't even know that this exists. There is another way if you want it. If you're
Yes.
brave enough to take that step, if you feel pulled to a different kind of lifestyle.
Yeah. That's the thing. They got to want it because change is hard. Change is so hard. But if you don't change anything, then nothing ever changes. Life just goes by so quickly. And it's hard to have, we can focus a lot on our physical health, but it's hard to focus on financial health, financial freedom if you're not feeling good. But also, you can't be worried about, like, you can't be investing in your health if you can't pay the bills. So they go hand in hand, which is another reason this business just resonated with me so much, because it's like it's a community of people that prioritize physical health and financial health, and the two go hand in hand.
The whole 360. It's a
Yeah.
complete lifestyle change. Well, thank you so much. If you had one thing that you can tell somebody that was on the fence and they're like, I don't know, I'm unsure if I can do it. I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I know enough people. I don't know, all these limiting beliefs and all of these just doubts. What would you
Mhm.
say to them?
Yeah, I would say, first of all, that you can do it. Okay. I am just a normal person. If I can do it, you can totally do it. One foot at a time, imperfect, messy action all day, every day, over waiting until the perfect time, the perfect moment, having to know everything. If you have the desire and you show up, all the tools, the resources, the systems, like everything's provided. That's what's so beautiful. You don't have to have this crazy level of experience. You just have to have drive and you got to show up. You can work this business as much or as little as you want. So there might be seasons of your life where you're just working through the pockets of your day. Maybe you're diving in deep, and you got an awesome community that'll meet you wherever you're at. But if you don't start, it's never going to happen. So just like if you want to run a race, a 10K, a marathon, whatever, you don't wait until you're ready to sign up. You sign up for the race and then you'll get ready. And it's the same thing in this business. You might not think you have the skills and you might not, but you start showing up, you'll acquire the skills, and it'll be the greatest personal development journey that you'll ever get to go through.
I love it. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you want to add?
Mm,
I would love for you to just talk about your experience. I know you said you had a very powerful experience.
I had a shoulder injury. My left shoulder was injured, and for a year and a half, I tried every single remedy short of surgery to heal my shoulder. I spent thousands of dollars on different modalities and treatments, and nothing worked. For someone like me who's lived a super active life, I'm teaching classes, I'm doing yoga, triathlons. I can't swim. I can't even run because it hurts to do my arms. I can't teach my classes. It was really a tough time for me physically. And then the product, it was so healing. Like literally within a month, my shoulder, I had range of motion back. I didn't have any pain. My inflammation was gone. And I really didn't even believe it at first, but I stuck with it. And 2 years later now, my shoulder is like perfectly fine. So that's what I was a believer in the product, like after that. And because I was so passionate about it, I wanted to help other people have a same or a similar experience. And I could never partner with or get behind or promote something that I don't 100% believe in. And that's why it was just so easy, because it 100% like transformed first my physical life when I was able to go back to doing all the things I love. And then it was able to transform my lifestyle when I was able to start helping other people and getting compensated for it. And yeah, just creating. I will say when I started this business, in my first 3 months, I replaced my 18-year corporate career income that I would have made in 6 months. I made that in 3 months with this business. So
Wow.
yeah, it transformed my physical health and my financial health. I feel like we're like doing a disservice to people. And especially if people ever ask, I know what it's done for me. I know what it's done for a lot of other people. Again, I got into this because a friend, not some random AI chatbot, a friend made $100,000 in a month from showing up and doing the work. And so I feel like it's a disservice to not share about this. Then if it resonates, great. People can take it or leave it. It works for me. So
Here's the information. Take it or leave it. I'm still, like I said, gonna live my fabulous life.
yeah.
I would love for you to be part of this, but If you decide that it's not for you, life goes on, and there's a ton of other people that will see exactly what
Exactly.
we have here, because it is absolutely incredible. It is the entire package with the
Yeah,
system that we have, company that, the product, how we're compensated. It is literally the entire package.
I
So,
agree. And even the community.
mhm,
And it's the most encouraging, supportive community I've ever been a part of. If people are closed minded to it, like, oh, I'm sorry, you're lost, but it's all
exactly.
there for you. Yeah. All you have to do is just be open and show up.
I want to respect your time. Thank you so much for coming on with me and sharing a little bit, and have an amazing, amazing day.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You
Thanks.
too.